Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from Western Kentucky, and we are back to continue with our playthrough of XCOM Enemy Within, featuring the Total War mod. And we are headed into a terror mission in Belo Horizonte, Brazil. And I have the team picked out that I'm going to take. And before we jump in with this team, we're going to go through a few quick promotions, and we'll just go left to right, starting with Joe DiMaggio. I chose Joe DiMaggio to take with us. He is already fatigued. We used him recently, but it's a 4-day fatigue, so if he gets the injury that he gets, could potentially only add a couple more days to that fatigue time. Of course, it could add, he could end up being injured for 10 to 12 days, which wouldn't be in my favor, but there's a chance that the amount of time he's injured by bringing a fatigued soldier on a mission is going to work in our favor. But anyway, the reason I brought him is just because as an in-the-zone sniper that he's going to be, his next promotion that he happens to have is Snapshot that we're going to give him. And nobody else would have been this high to utilize this, and on a terror mission, snipers really benefit, I think, from being highly mobile and being able to be used in a mobile fashion, because terror missions often we got to move fast to save those civilians. So that's why I've brought Joe DiMaggio, with the risk of injuring him further, even because he's already fatigued. Then we'll move back and we will take a look at Tommy Hertz along with us as our engineer. He's going to be promoted as our explosive grenades engineer. So the perk I've been looking forward to getting on some engineers. Finally, we'll have some engineers with Sapper, which will do additional damage to our enemies and do additional damage to the environment. So we'll have a much greater chance to blow away that alien cover finally now with Tommy. Fred Schlug, he is being brought along as our assault, and we're promoting Fred. Let's go take a quick peek. Fred is going to be another tank psi assault, and I decided to bring one of those along just so I could give and improve and gain the close combat specialist perk, which just is so fun and important to use, especially, I think, hopefully we'll find in a terror mission if we run into a pack of chrysalids moving toward us. Another reason I decided to bring an engineer Tommy over a gunner, just for that AP grenade to throw into a pack of chrysalids. Sometimes in this first terror mission you're going to run into at least one pack of chrysalids, sometimes more than one. So I wanted to have a couple options, as we'll see, just in case we get the worst case scenario with the chrysalids. Madison Bumgarner, our scout, he's going to be promoted as a flanking marksman. So his next promotion, as much as I love holo targeting on a lot of my scouts, he's the one I'm going to promote as a flanking marksman. So Lone Wolf is going to be his first promotion here. Vladimir Putin, he is going to be our crit infantry. And so finally, I've mentioned it earlier, we're building some covering fire kind of builds on some of our other infantry. We finally are going to get a crit infantry going and the executioner perk. So you get additional aim and critical chance against targets that are at or below 50% health, and that really can pay off sometimes against those injured enemies. And Trevor, you're going to come along as our Rocketeer. I'm kind of feeling like we aren't promoting enough Rocketeers right now, so I wanted to bring Trev along to get some more experience, and he's going to be our Rain of Fire Rocketeer, and we're going to, with that in mind, give him the Heat Warheads perk. It'll increase his damage against robotic enemies, and since we're already featuring or running into floaters, which are, I know, half robotic at least, it still should impact them, and any chrysalids we find, it'll impact them. And I brought him along with a shredder rocket, because if we are in the right place and positioned at the right time, we'll be able to fire a nice shredder rocket to do some big time damage. and make it easier for everybody else to have higher damage against the chrysalids should one of those packs be running into us. We also have a mix of HE grenades to blow away cover. We have a few flashbang grenades, the AP grenades held by Tommy to just so I have something to throw into the midst of a chrysalid little bundle pack, and a couple of battle scanners, which sometimes can be helpful for saving a civilian or two as we throw them out into the darkness. It can sometimes prevent the aliens in those unknown areas from going after the civilians. So let's launch in, see where this mission takes us. A nice urban block. Let's see what kind of urban block we got to deal with.
Strike one. Prepare for landing. Brazilian authorities have requested our help, so that's where we're going next.
I think I've only played, I've never, as a matter of fact, don't think I've ever played this map on a terror mission. I've played the map a number of times with one of the downed UFOs off in the distance, so I don't know what appears where that UFO normally is. So that'll be interesting to see this map and how it plays out on a terror mission. It's a pretty good size map, so I have a feeling we're going to probably have to keep our troopers moving to get around the map to save some civilians. That's what I'm thinking.
Central, this is Big Sky. Confirm
What kind of a position are we starting in? So this, I do recognize the starting point. It's kind of near a corner I've started from before, and this high ground I've moved forward on before. Usually when it's a downed spaceship, this alien spacecraft is back this way, although instead I see a civilian back here now. It looks like it's just more ruins to have to move through. So it's a pretty good sized map. We got civilians all over the place. We're going to have to be, I think, moving a little on the fast side. One thing I did do to kind of help our mobility with that in mind, there's a couple soldiers that are just wearing the vest just wearing the vest armor to help their speed. You can see those bare arms showing. Lowers the hit points though, so we got to be careful. But I think the speed I decided is a little farther, a little more important on this mission. So we'll just have to cross our fingers and hope we come out on the other end without too many scratches and dents. Let's run forward with Madison Bumgarner. We won't hit the high ground with him. We'll just move forward to this full cover, see what he sees, and possibly chuck out one of our first battle scanners, since we have two to kind of help give us some vision along here. I know I saw some civilians down this way, so let's see if we have any aliens hanging around them. Let's check it out as far as we can go. Madison, heave ho. Let's see if it opens up our eyes to anything we got out there. And no, I'm not seeing a thing in that direction. So the question then becomes, do we move that way to save civilians, or is there possibly a pack even farther out that we're going to have to deal with? The fun of playing the game and figuring these things out. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. A lot of battle noise in the background on this map, that's for sure. A lot of screaming alien or screaming humans in the background. Who can we really see any? I could have sworn. There he is. There's one of the humans we got to rescue up on, just up the stairs to nowhere. So I think we'll just plan on starting out in this direction. I think we'll see if we can work Joe DiMaggio up to this corner spot up here, because as a sniper it gives him a fairly good, there's all sorts of stuff to block the vision, but it gives him one of the better points of view. Let's kind of find out where my sniper is. Okay, there's Joe. Let's kind of run you up here to start with, Joe. Get you up in that corner position that we desire. And then start figuring out where we got to get everybody else. Putin, we got to get you up. And it seems a fair gamble to dash, although we could activate from this angle there. So let's go forward first with Fred, who can always run and gun forward when he does, but we're not seeing anything. I'm going to bring you out here, Fred. There's a chance we'll activate down the road here, but that's part of why we got you along with us.
I'm rolling.
Got to run a little faster and leaner when we're playing on these terror missions. It's not my normal style, but I gotta keep pushing because we gotta save these civilians and try to temper that panic and keep it somewhat reduced. Okay, Tommy, you and your rocket. You know, talking about needing to go as fast as we can. One thing I will do with your rocket to start, we're going to get you up here in this building area just to steady your weapon, just because I don't have a clue exactly where the aliens are, and you could be a safety valve for us. So let's steady your rocket. Oh, I thought I had already moved Vladimir, but I hadn't. That was Tommy that we got up in that position. So Vladimir, let's get you up a little bit forward. No contact on the first move. Unfortunately, it means we may hear some aliens. I hear the skitter of the chrysalids. Oh my goodness, 3 aliens lost in the fog in the distance, in the fog of war. My goodness. That's never pleasant to hear. Fred, we're going to have you push the limit over this way. There we've got, oh, there are the chrysalids, as a matter of fact. Now we got to hope we got our soldiers in position to deal with this threat. Trevor, we have a shredder rocket available, and hopefully your aim, having been steadied, is good enough to deliver for us over here. Let's hope this rocket can be true and steady.
Target locked. Firing shredder rocket.
Looks like Fred may be shredded. I thought I saw 5 names showing up on the map when it said shredded, but we'll find out down the road. I imagine. Madison, Bumgarner, can we get you closer? I'm kind of feeling like we need to move forward and take care of these chrysalids. Where is my engineer? Right here. Tommy, we're going to ask you to use one of those magnificent AP grenades that we brought along. See if we can hit no civilians and only aliens with this. That seems fair enough right there. Let's see if you can do some more damage to these chrysalids. It's always nice to make a dent in the chrysalids early. Less time for them to be able to form the zombies and more chrysalids down the road. Oh boy, oh boy. Vladimir Putin, can we get you? I may just bring you over here to stand in the open just to get a shot. Fortunately, we haven't activated any other aliens to cause that to be an issue, because I know with chrysalids, it's nice to get them knocked out early. Let's go for the one in the back, Vladimir. See if you can hit it 74%. We're counting on you. There we go. 2 down, 2 to go now. We've got our sniper up here, and he will have vision, at least on one, and one will have to be good enough. So let's get you over here, DiMaggio. What kind of a shot are you going to get us? 90%. Well, almost 90%. Let's see if you can deliver now. Knock out another chrysalid. There we go. There we go. I'm always, for whatever reason, chrysalids always are the biggest threat in my mind as we go against the terror mission threat. I think what we'll do, Madison, Bumgarner, we already got one guy standing in the open. Let's kind of bring you, we'll kind of give you this little half cover over here, and you still get a nice clear shot for that chrysalid back there. Let's see if you can end the threat here. Not a great percentage, but we'll take 69 any day. There we go, it worked for us. Now, who have we got left that needs to move? Looks like it's just you, Fred. And I can always push you forward and rescue a civilian, but the question becomes, will I activate by doing that pushing forward? And since it's a yellow move, I don't know, maybe I should, should we burn the run and gun right off the bat to rescue a civilian? Is that worth it? It's a terror mission. Fast and loose. That's what we're going to do, fast and loose. What kind of a threat have we got over here? Maybe, oh, they could be anywhere. They could be anywhere. So we're gonna do it.
Run him down.
All this to save a civilian.
On the move.
Oh, not good. We're gonna be in a flanked kind of position. So Fred, you're a tank for a reason. Ooh, itchy trigger tentacle. Also, you survived that, but you're gonna be wide open for next turn. That's kind of scary. And for some reason our civilian is still sitting there, too panicked to move. Not a good shot, I think. Not a good shot. Well, fast and loose is going to get us in our hurt really bad here, so let's just try and inhibit their movement, even though they're probably just going to be firing down on me in this position. Oh, got a shot at a zombie. Those chrysalids were active early on the zombie front, that's for dang sure. What's he doing? Running out, not running at me, going after civilians? Uh-oh. We got the sky in the eye. Sky. That's an odd position to come down, but we'll take it. Anything that prevents him from shooting at us, 58%, that's not good. Oh, we got lucky. We got one more to survive now. Oh, he uses it on a civilian. Sorry, civilian, but thank you for saving. Oh, no. There, we did get hit. We did get hit after all. There's another floater probably back there that we can't see. That's my guess. Let's find out real quick. So yeah, there's 4 floaters. So there was an out of sight floater. So it wasn't him that shot the civilian after all. It was another hidden. Another one that was hidden. I think what we will do, Fred, you're in an extremely injured state, that's for doggone sure, but we're going to see if you can take care of the zombie for us, or at least put some hurt on it. Oh, and that was a decent percent for you, and it didn't happen. Not feeling confident. Can you tell it in my voice? Not feeling confident at the moment. I think with the position these guys are in, I don't think... Can they move to flank if I move forward like that? Maybe what the better move is move up this way, protect myself from potential flank, I think, and get the flank on the floater. Okay. Tommy, we're going to need you in the action here. I don't know that we're going to see much, though. Somehow it says I have vision. It must be because I step out and I'm able to just see around the corner. We're going to have vision of that zombie. So let's try a 68% shot. Ah, we're missing. Payback for my mission where we couldn't miss, right? Isn't that what I had said? We'll do some more action on the zombie. 74%. Not quite executioner, I don't believe yet. Nope, because he's not below half health. So you can imagine that'd be an amazing shot if he had executioner. Now, next shot that he has will be. And we got a 94. Good. At least we're able to move on one of these floaters now. Little payback. Little payback. There we go. There we go. Okay, Tommy, are you going to be able to help us out here? I think I may pull you forward. I think we're okay with you, Fred, because if the zombie moves towards you, I think we got a little close combat specialist that may save you. I think what we'll do after, with that in mind, then I think we will move you forward, Trevor, right up to here, and we may we'll decide if we want to steady your weapon, or, because what we're up against right now, we're down to 2 floaters in that zombie, so your rocket isn't as critical anymore, so maybe we'll see what kind of shot you have on that zombie, and even though you're carrying that SMG, it should be enough to finish off that zombie. That's what I'm thinking. There we go. You got yourself a kill. Looks like they're just going after the civilians. All these guys, civilians, civilians, civilians. We got to get over here somehow. Now we have a long range shot, unfortunately, and I don't see Overwatch. So I can always move up to half cover. I'm just worried that one more hit on you, Fred. That one more hit on you is going to do us in. Let's see if I got a shot from up above here. Now everybody's out of range now. I got to see what might I be able to do to get you in better position. Going all the way through there. We're going to have to start bringing you closer in here, Joe DiMaggio. We'll start with this first blue move, just see what kind of vision that gives you. And I was hoping we'd just be able to sneak through at that floater. And this is where the snapshot is proving its value. I'm glad I chose it. Oh, except for that part. We got some high percentage misses on this particular map. We got to turn that around if we're going to have a successful mission coming up here. Boy, oh boy. So what does that leave us out there? We got 2 floaters active. I'm thinking, where is Madison Bumgarner, my scout? Oh no, Tommy, you have. I already threw Madison Bumgarner's battle scanner. I'm kind of thinking, let's throw a battle scanner out there and see if we can locate some more aliens and perhaps save us. We'll have to see. I might have vision on that floater. Maybe we can have a better option on that floater. I think that's where we'll go to get a shot on the floater. See if we can do and deliver on the 84% this time, Madison Bumgarner. Let's do it. There we go. There we go. Okay, now we're in a better position to just chuck. That's a little exposed. Because it sure sounds like there's aliens farther back in there. And if I can have a long enough, strong enough arm to throw the battle scanner far enough in there, Tommy, we may do a world of good for some of these civilians over here. Except I don't know that we're quite getting the kind of throw that I'm hoping for. That's a little better. Let's try this one. See if it gets enough range back up in there. Ah, could have sworn we'd find something back here. Okay, Vladimir, we got to move you up. We don't have vision on anybody, but we got to keep you moving up with everybody else here. I think what we'll do is move you up here and get you a reload in. And Trevor, I think what we're going to do is get you a good move forward up here.
Already there.
Get you back in the pack with everybody else. And Fred, you and your injured self here. We can get you a blue move here to get a good view over this way. We were able to save a civilian. Look at that, look at that. I just don't have good vision on the next. Now I'm not seeing aliens that have been exposed by this battle scanner. So is it safe for me to get greedy? Cost me last time. It cost me last time. Grego, ZigZagZog, learn your lesson. Don't do it again. Don't do it. If I move right there, I can save 2 civilians, though. Oh, boy, the temptation, the temptation, the temptation.
Move your ass. You're safe. Target acquired.
Ah, I knew someone was back there. We kind of have a little vision on them now. And they see Fred, unfortunately. But he's got a flank on one. He's just not close enough to take advantage of it. And everybody else, all the support is very far back. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We do have a long-range shot from our sniper. But it's at that alien way in the back under full cover. So maybe the best thing you can do, Fred, is heave a grenade back that way and make a change in that cover. Could that be what we can do with you for the best effect? Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Very flankable otherwise. Everywhere else I want to try and put you in half cover does not inspire confidence this close to floaters. So plus we also have another unknown floater out there, so we should have 5 active right now. Woo-wee. We got some decisions to make on where the next move is best for us, and I can't figure that out right now. My mind is blocked having someone so low on health, and unfortunately we saved 1 civilian but not the second one that's there. Gotta think about this one. Let's start rotating through my soldiers and kind of get a better feel, a better read for what we can do. A lot of half cover, a lot of cover available, but it's a lot of half cover. Although we do have a move right here with Madison Bumgarner. Of course, he is out of ammo. Now, Tommy, we haven't steadied your weapon, so any kind of rocket we would think of using doesn't quite have the range, and it has massive scatter. But it could help to blow away some cover that could be down there. Was it going to make sense to move forward? Of course, we have that other floater over here, so I always got to worry about being flanked. So maybe this corner position is better covered to try and snap a rocket off. The scatter is going to be horrendous, but I'm more, if we can just get lucky enough to hit around here and blow away some cover, that might work to our advantage. So let's give it a shot. You only have a small machine gun, so I don't want to get too excited. You're not going to damage any of those floaters to any great degree. How bad is this scatter? Okay, by moving, you don't have snapshots, so the range is no better than it would have been, and the scatter is just as bad. So the cover it's going to blow away would not help us out that much. So we tried, we got close, and it just isn't going to pay off for us. Tommy, you on the other hand cannot quite get close enough to use the grenade unless we get Madison Bumgarner out there. You're still not going to be close enough to use a grenade. We're going to have to get you in a position where boy, oh boy, options are not plentiful right now. because that feels very flankable by that hidden floater finding his way out there. Maybe we get you up here to try and give us vision of that mystery floater out here, since you really can't do anything else. Nothing, but there's so many places he could be hidden. Go ahead and reload you. Now Tommy, we can get you forward right here. I don't know if that's enough range. Is that going to give you the kind of shot we want? I'm trying to get over here so I can kind of see. I think you're just out of range here. Yeah, you're just out of range, so maybe what we need to do is run you, get you in a position for next turn is what it's sounding or seeming like. Just not some great options here. If we double move, run you up to get you in position, what's going to be the best way to do that? Possibly over here. At least gives you full cover, but is it flankable by a lateral moving floater? It's a lot of civilians to tempt those floaters, that's for sure. I think we got to go for it and get up here and hope that the civilians distract them and hope. We'll start out right there. Vladimir Putin, what have we got as options for you? Very flankable since they're floaters and they can fly high. And I worry once again about getting flanked, but I think we just gotta get some dashes and going on people getting you up in range of fire. We're putting ourselves in position to get hit and shot and hurt by these aliens, and we only got a 59% sniper shot here that we've got to take to hopefully thin their ranks and make it a little more in our favor. And he missed again. Joe DiMaggio, you are not on a good streak right now. Let's see if we can at least do some damage on that lead floater who is their leader. He has the highest health points, and see if we can at least damage him down a little bit. Okay, we've done a little something positive. I'm grasping at straws to find something positive out of this. And finally, we have a grenade option. We can only flashbang. Is it worthwhile trying to move forward and get some heavier flashbangs going? Am I going to have enough protection to survive this mission with Fred?
Moving out.
Well, I've bit the bullet. I've said I'm going to play aggressive on this terror mission. Can I hit all three? At least I can get 3 flashbanged out of it. Hopefully save Fred, the one who put them in that position. Oh, there's the missing floater. And he's going for the civilian. I knew those civilians might save us. Not that I want to lose civilians, because that hurts the panic. Oh gosh, we're losing them left and right. Losing them left and right. But at least, Fred, at least you're safe. Okay. Now we got an Overwatch going up here, but we always got, I think, Madison Bumgarner nearby who can probably run that Overwatch to make that go away. What have we got? Vladimir Putin doesn't seem to have a shot anymore. Do we get a little better range and reaction from your rocket now? Can we kind of place it in the middle so that no matter what kind of scatter we get, maybe we pick off something? I think that's what we got to try with you, Trevor. See if you can pick us up here on a tough. Oh, and it's covering fire. They're starting to pick up on their own perks now. They're starting to pick up, those aliens, on their own perks. At least we were able to do some damage on a couple. So it wasn't a disaster of a rocket. Was not. But Fred, he still don't have great cover to be sitting there against all these aliens. We gotta hope we can get some better support from some of our guys in the back here. But now that we know that missing in action, that MIA floater is back here, at least we know we can't get flanked over on this side. And we got, by pushing up, we're gonna save some of these, hopefully, civilians in the background. So let's move ourselves forward. And who else can we get up there? I think we had you over here, Tommy. So we don't have to worry about that overwatch because the covering fire took care of that. We don't have cover there just because of the hill and the slope. So it looks like we're going to have to bring you over this way, Tommy, to get any kind of value out of your position. This way you still have vision and you're in full cover, so we'll bring you there. Let's get rid of the leader once and for all. We don't need any of those special perks taking care of us. Come on, Tommy. It's not a guarantee, but we need it. There we go. And Vladimir, we got Executioner. You can see a big difference in his hit percentage now, 89%. Let's thin the ranks of these floaters so they can kill less civilians against us. And we still got one more chance with the sniper. Really not close enough. Well, let's see. Fred. Let's go back up to Fred. Don't you have an HE grenade? Maybe, just maybe, out of your little half cover position, you can help us after all. I don't know that this will be enough to take away the wall because you don't have sapper. But guess what? We're going to give it the old college try. Yikes. Well, we did some damage, but is it enough? I don't think so. Let's bring, who do we got? We got Madison, Bumgarner we can bring down. And I'm thinking he doesn't have a shot. It doesn't look like he has a shot over here. They're just too far back. But what we can do in the meantime, we can definitely bring him down this way. Save a civilian that might potentially be in range of these guys next turn. One less that they can kill on us. And you got one more move. I don't think getting that other civilian, where the heck is he hiding? He's like inside? Is he inside underneath? How do you get in there? That is one hiding civilian. I don't see how you can see him anywhere. Is there an opening over here that I'm not seeing? Well, you stay there, civilian. You stay hidden. You go. You go. We'll see if the aliens prove me wrong and show that they can kill him. But what we will do is we'll see if this, putting you in full cover, Madison, will allow you to save this other civilian over here. At least help us out. Not quite. Not quite. And looks like with that grenade somehow we lost vision with our sniper now over there. I wonder if we can gain it back somehow with our position. I can't really tell. It's so long range to tell if I got the vision from here. But we got this post in the way. I'm guessing we may not. We may no longer have that vision. I don't even know how we got it from here, what we were able to see through to give us the vision in the first place. So what we'll do is we will move forward with our sniper. And, oh, look at that. We gained some vision back after all. And we have a slightly higher percentage against this damaged alien in the front half cover. So we'll take the 64%, even though it's going to knock us out of ammo. See if he can finally connect at last. It's about time. It's a horrible batting average for you, Joe DiMaggio. We gotta have a conversation when you get back. Uh-oh, another civilian down. Was that the one inside that was hiding? Was he able to be hit? And Fred, 22%. You are meant to survive. Let's keep that in our thoughts. So, no, that civilian is still safe in there. I think it was that random civilian that was hiding around out here that we lost. It's not, we got to save everybody else just to go 50-50 on this mission, and panic is not going to be something good on this mission. Now what I can do is we definitely have run and gun. If we can come up with a plan to get rid of one of the other aliens, we got run and gun to take care of the other. So what kind of plays do we have here? How far can you, Trevor? It's not your specialty, but how far can you heave a grenade? That's my question. And then how far does your run and gun take you? It takes you right up to this guy if we need it. So I think you might be able to, if we move you up, Trevor, let's see if we can blast away his cover with your non-sapper grenade. You are a Rocketeer, so you know, maybe we'll get some side benefit without the sapper benefit, because you are an explosives expert. I know the game doesn't work that way, but we can... Okay, we cannot hope. Yeah, grenades not thrown by sappers in long war are just not reliable. That's for dang sure. We're going to have a shot on somebody from this position. Vladimir, we're going to not have you throw a grenade. We're going to have you try and hit, but it's only 50% there. Tommy, what kind of toss can you give us? I don't think you're going to be close enough to be able to help us out with an AP grenade, but you never know. You're a sapper. Does that help your aim or range? Not quite. Not quite. So we'll have you take a shot at 43%. Not awesome. Yep, not awesome. We do have a chance to do some moving with Madison Bumgarner, and think, why hadn't I noticed this before? This is a flank shot if I'm not mistaken, and if we can do enough damage, if not kill, that gives Executioner to Vladimir, and you just take care of it and kill. There you go. That's one way to do it. And I think, Fred, by getting us up right next to this guy with 1 health off, you should be able to run and gun and take care of him. I don't know if it's the last pod on here, but we're not hearing screams and shouts from civilians anywhere else on the map to indicate that we have more aliens out there. So let's run and gun you to see if you can finish the job and get a little revenge on them hitting you. Oh, it's only 88%. It's not even a guarantee. I don't feel comfortable, but it worked out for us. Okay. They call that acceptable, rescuing half of the civilians. I don't. I call that unacceptable, because panic is going to go through the roof. We are going to be very close, or heading on the way to losing South America totally to the aliens. But that's XCOM, baby. That's long war, baby. It's not meant to be easy. Played a little fast and loose, and I caught a pretty tough injury as a result. Sorry about that, Fred. And Joe DiMaggio, of course, got on the high end of the wound time. Went from 4 days now to 12, so it's we're going to lose you for a little while, Joe. But unfortunately, fortunately, we have some worthy snipers to back you up while you're healing up. Panic in Brazil has increased, and who cares if it increased through the rest of South America? The one other country in South America is already lost to us. So let's go see how bad does Brazil look now. Okay, it's not the end of the world yet. And researchers in Brazil studying unusual lights over Sao Paulo say government explanations are not plausible as citizens grow concerned. I like all these little news flashes coming through. Well, we
our suspicions may have been true.
Aren't great in the money column. We aren't great in a lot of areas. We still need to get our thermal generator built. We still need, or has it arrived? We still need that extra interceptor, and we still, the closest after that is still 6 days out. Oof. It's just painful to watch, painful to look at the situation we got ourselves into, or I, as commander, got ourselves into. but I think it may have been a mistake for me to push down to this thermo generator. I should have just maybe played the little temporary build the fission generators. I just didn't want to sink the cost into something I was going to kill and replace. And I'm also thinking I shouldn't have started out building the foundry. It might have been better worth it to start out building a lab instead. So hindsight is always wonderful to look at. If you all have any other thoughts on how I should have, could have, would have progressed to maybe have this work better, or maybe we'll overcome all these negatives that we have going against us right now. Let's just get out there and see what we got coming up next. Our interceptor has arrived. One scientist for a sectoid. I need all the scientists I can get right now. We will dispatch that to Egypt. Help their panic a little bit. And I'm wondering, because right now, I mean, I already have 3 Stingrays. So 3 Stingrays, 3 Avalanche is a decent balance early in the game, I think. Unfortunately, they just happen to be all out for repair for quite an extensive amount of time. Oh, the damage those medium UFOs can bring. Let's go search some more, see if we can find our next activity.
Contact detected.
Oh, we got a high one, and that is not what we needed to see, because that means we are threatened now to lose one of our satellites. And with one interceptor available, with only Avalanche against a heavier armored fighter, I'm not feeling confident, but we got to do what we can and hope and cross our fingers that we can. Let me get him named before we send him out, because I'm told that seems to make a difference. So let's see. We're going to send the Joker out. I hope he's not playing a joke on us, and I hope he can get crazy Joker-like with the alien craft and bring it down. Or I guess my best hope is not that he'll bring it down, but that my best hope is that he will damage it. So he won't bring down a satellite. That is my best hope. Come on, cross those fingers for me. Anyone watching, cross those fingers for me. We'll need it. We'll need it. We'll need it. Oh, come on. Come on. We need more hits on these Avalanche. We're about to run out of time, and no. So minor damage. Fortunately, he won't be out for long, but we didn't get the job done, and I have a feeling we're about to lose a satellite, which is going to cost us another couple hundred to send up a replacement satellite, which will put us behind for getting our continental coverage now. Bummer, bummer, bummer. Oh, we got lucky. A satellite didn't go down. Interceptors unavailable for Nap of Earth Large. Hopefully it's just some kind of a mission, so we're going to have to ignore it and see if he lands.
Contact detected.
Oh, we have a landed UFO. And the question is, what kind of a UFO is it? It's large. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to send the Sky Ranger, and we will attempt to see if we can tackle this large landed UFO. The rewards are high, but the potential backslide from it on soldiers getting killed. So I think what we'll do is we'll land. If it seems to be overwhelming to us, we will retreat. But that's the plan right now. And so this is ZigZagZog on a crazy terror mission that didn't go perfectly for us, to now having a large landed that we have to approach. Oh boy, without having the benefit of the officer training school quite yet, so we have that additional soldier. This is a tough battle to do, or a tough nut to crack, with just 6 soldiers and not super high levels. So we will think about this. We will attempt it next time. I can't guarantee that we'll be successful or that we'll go all the way through with it, but the plan is to at least give it an attempt next time. I'm sweating right now. I am sweating. So ZigZagZog signing off from Western Kentucky. Thanks for hanging in there through this real tough mission.